You have likely heard many people say that younger women are often drawn to older men. It is a very common thing to hear, and you know what? It is actually very true. There is something really special about a man who has lived a bit more life and has a few stories to tell. Things like having real life experience, being mature, and being able to provide a sense of calm and stability naturally make older men stand out in a crowd. These are wonderful qualities to have. But here is the big problem. Most older men do not actually know how to use these natural gifts to their advantage. In fact, we have seen so many good guys in their 40s, 50s, and even older who keep tripping over the same small stones. They make the same mistakes when they are trying to connect with younger women, and the sad part is that they lose their chance time and time again before things even get started. These men have so much potential to be great partners, but instead, they find themselves feeling stuck, staying single, and feeling a bit let down by life. It is important to realize that when you make these wrong moves, it is not just about missing out on a date or a phone call. It is about how you are seen. You do not just lose her respect. You lose the precious chance to show her who you really are on the inside. That is a real shame because older men already have so many natural things going for them. You have wisdom that only comes with time. You have a steady hand that younger guys just have not developed yet. You can offer a deep and meaningful connection that is much harder to find with someone who is still trying to figure out who they are. The good news is that fixing these mistakes does not mean you have to change the person you are or pretend to be someone else. It is simply about seeing where things are going off the tracks and becoming the calm, strong, and steady man you were always meant to be. Today, I want to sit down with you and talk through this. We are going to look at the 7 most common mistakes that older men make with younger women. If you can learn to avoid these, you will see a big change. Not only will women see you differently, but you will feel a lot better about the man you see in the mirror every morning. So let us stay together and look at the very first mistake people make. Mistake number 1 is called putting her on a pedestal or idolizing her. Let us say you find yourself standing right there in front of a very beautiful younger woman. She is full of life, she is vibrant, and maybe she even makes you feel a little bit nervous or intimidated. What is the first thing your brain tells you to do? For a lot of older men, the first feeling is to freeze up or start to panic inside. You might think to yourself, I really cannot mess this up because she is way too good for me. Once you start thinking that way, you begin to try too hard. You give her special treatment that you would not give to anyone else. You go out of your way to be extra polite, you agree with everything she says, even if you do not really feel that way, and you avoid saying anything that might make her a little bit upset. You stick to very safe and very boring topics of conversation because you are trying to show her how perfect and nice you are. But here is the surprising thing. All that work you are doing to make her feel comfortable actually does the opposite. It makes you seem uninteresting and plain. Women do not usually fall for the man who treats them like a queen on a high throne. They fall for the man who stands confidently right beside them as a person who is just as valuable as they are. The root of this mistake is how you are looking at her. When you idolize her, you are secretly telling yourself that she is better than you are. It is like you are saying she is a prize that you do not really deserve to win. This way of thinking makes every talk feel like it is a huge test. You start to think too much about every word, you doubt yourself, and you end up showing her that you feel a bit insecure. And the truth is, acting this way is not just unattractive, it is also very tiring for her. It tells her that you do not think very highly of yourself, and that makes her think less of you too. The only way to stop doing this is to make talking to younger women feel like a normal part of your life. Make it a simple habit to talk to women of all different ages, especially younger ones, without worrying about what might happen next. When you talk to more people, you start to see that everyone is just a human being. They have flaws, they have silly habits, and they have bad days just like you do. Once you realize that, the high throne you put them on starts to disappear. It lets you walk up to them with a calm and steady heart. And please remember this important thing. You are not trying out for her approval like a student in a play. She is not a rare trophy to be won. She is another person who is also trying to see if you are a good fit for her. It is a two-way street where both of you are checking to see if you like each other. Once you start thinking this way, the fear of losing her starts to go away because you know there are many other wonderful people in the world. And that is where your real strength comes from. Mistake number 2 is about how you handle the age question. Imagine this for a moment. You are having a wonderful conversation with a younger woman. The talk is going great. You are both laughing, and then she suddenly asks, "So, how old are you?" For a lot of older men, this is the moment they start to feel the panic rising. Most guys respond by either blurting out the number in a nervous way or trying to change the subject very quickly. Their body language changes, they stop looking her in the eye, and their voice gets a little shaky. Suddenly, that calm man she liked seems to get smaller right in front of her. Here is the problem. When you act like you are worried about your age, you are telling her that you think your age is a bad thing. And if you think it is a problem, then she is going to think it is a problem too. This fear usually comes because society sometimes makes older men feel like they should not be dating younger women. It can make you feel a little bit of shame or doubt. But here is the real truth. Your age is not the problem at all. The problem is how you talk about it. If you act hesitant, you are asking her to see you in a negative way. The next time she asks, you should own it. Being confident is the most important part here. There are 2 good ways to handle this. You can be funny or you can be direct. Being funny can help everyone relax and can even make her like you more. For example, you could give her a little smile and say, "You know, I am actually much too old for you. We would never work out." Or you could joke around and say, "I am about 700 months old. How about you?" If being funny does not feel like you, then just be simple and honest. Say your age with a calm and steady voice. Just say, "I am 47. Then wait for a second and smile. After that, just go back to talking about something fun. The big secret is to show her that your age is not something you worry about. When you are okay with who you are, she will feel okay with it too. Confidence makes your age look like a good thing, not a limit. How you handle this question tells her a lot about who you are. So next time, do not hide. Stand tall and speak your truth like the steady man you are. Mistake number 3 is trying to lead with your money. Far too many older men believe that the money they have made is their best tool for finding a partner. They think that if they show her how much they have, she will be impressed and like them more. So, they start using their wallets to get attention. This happens in many ways. They might brag about how much money they make, talk about their fast cars, or mention fancy vacations and expensive dinners. Some men even start buying gifts or paying for things for women they just met. While this might get her to look at you at first, it is not the kind of attention that leads to a real connection. Here is the reality of the situation. When you lead with your money, you make yourself look like a machine that just hands out cash. Yes, having money is nice because it shows you are stable and successful. But if that is the only thing you show her, you will only find women who want to use you for what you have. Those women are not looking for a friend or a partner, they are looking for a bank account. If you want to avoid this, stop making money the main thing you talk about. Let your success show slowly and naturally over time as she gets to know you. Focus instead on your heart, your values, and the way you see the world. The women who are actually worth your time are not looking for someone to buy them things. They are looking for someone they can truly talk to. When you show up as a man who is confident and has a lot of different interests, and you happen to be successful too, you will find much better people. You will build a relationship based on liking each other, not just on buying things. Money is just a tool to help you live. It should not be something you lean on because you are afraid. Stop leading with your wallet and start leading with your character. That is what really makes you special. Mistake number 4 is putting yourself in the role of a teacher or a mentor. Many older men think that if they show a younger woman how much they can teach her, she will eventually realize how much she needs them. They spend their time helping her with her job, giving her life advice, and trying to guide her through her problems. They do all of this while hiding the fact that they actually want to date her. At first, this might seem like a nice way to be helpful. You are showing that you have value, right? But here is why it often fails. When you act like a teacher, you take away all the fun and romantic energy. You become someone she looks up to, like a big brother or a father figure, but not someone she wants to be romantic with. Even worse, when you finally do try to tell her how you feel, it feels very strange and awkward. This is because you spent so long acting like a teacher instead of a partner. If you want a younger woman to see you in a romantic way, you need to have a fun and slightly flirty energy from the very first day. Do not wait for weeks or months to show her you are interested. By then, she has already put you in the friend category. Instead, try some playful teasing and light compliments very early on. This creates a much better energy that is both interesting and romantic. Remember, women can tell when you are being real. Do not pretend to be a mentor if that is not what you really want. Be honest with your energy and let her see the side of you that is charming and fun. It is all about finding a balance. You can show her that you are wise, but do not let that stop you from being someone who knows how to have a good time. When you stop hiding behind the role of a teacher, you will find that a real spark happens much more easily. Mistake number 5 is trying way too hard to look like you are still young. One of the biggest mistakes men make is trying to dress or act like they are in their 20s. They might wear clothes that do not fit their body or use slang words that sound very strange coming from them. They chase after every new trend because they are afraid of looking old. But the result is always the same. It looks like you are trying too hard and it does not feel real. Younger women do not think this is attractive. In fact, it often makes them feel a bit uncomfortable. Instead of seeing a man who is comfortable in his own skin, they see someone who is afraid of getting older. This makes it hard for her to connect with you. The truth is that trying to act young does not make you more likable. What makes you attractive is being a man who is proud of his age. A man who knows how to dress well for his age and carries himself with pride will always get more attention than someone who is pretending. Spend some time finding clothes that look sharp and modern but still fit a mature man. Take care of your health and stay active, not because you want to look like a teenager, but because you want to feel strong and healthy. And when you talk, just use your normal words. You do not need to know the latest internet trends to be interesting. Your life stories and your wisdom are what make you different from the younger guys. That is why she is talking to you in the first place. So do not try to compete with the kids. It is a game you cannot win. Instead, just be yourself and let your presence do the talking. Mistake number 6 is talking way too much about what you have achieved. Sometimes, older men turn a date into a long speech about their career and all the great things they have done. They think that by listing their awards, their education, or their successes, they will prove that they are a high-value man. While it is great to be proud of your hard work, talking about it too much can really hurt your chances. When you spend the whole time talking about yourself, you are not learning anything about her. You might come across as someone who only cares about themselves, or someone who is trying too hard to be liked. Younger women are not looking to read your resume. They want someone who actually listens to them and cares about what they have to say. Attraction is built when you share feelings and have a real conversation, not when you list your accomplishments. The best thing to do is to keep your wins in your pocket for a while. Let her find out about your success slowly as you talk. Or even better, let her be the one who asks you about it. Focus your energy on being right there in the moment with her. Ask her questions that really matter and show her that you are interested in her dreams and her feelings. A man who truly believes in himself does not feel the need to prove it all the time. By making the conversation about both of you, you will build a much deeper bond. Mistake number 7 is forgetting to take care of how you look and how you move through the world. Some older men think that because they have a great personality or a good job, they do not need to worry about their physical appearance anymore. But the truth is that how you look still matters a lot. You do not have to be a bodybuilder, but if you stop trying, it sends a message that you do not care. If you do not groom yourself or if you wear messy clothes, it can hide all the great parts of your personality. Younger women are drawn to the strength and stability that older men have. But if you look like you have given up, it creates a confusing message. It is not about trying to look like a boy. It is about looking like a man who respects himself. The fix is very simple. Start with the basics of taking care of yourself. Keep your hair and beard neat and clean. Make sure your nails are trimmed. Wear clothes that fit you well and look timeless. And most importantly, take care of your body by eating well and moving around. When you take care of yourself, it shows that you have self-respect. And when you respect yourself, other people will respect you too. A man who invests in his own health is a man that others want to be around. So, there we have it. Those are the 7 mistakes that can get in the way. Let us do a quick review so we remember them. Putting her on a pedestal, being nervous about your age, leading with your money, acting like a teacher, trying too hard to be young, bragging too much, and not taking care of your health. At the heart of all these mistakes is one simple idea: not being fully happy with who you are right now. Younger women are not looking for a man who is perfect. They want a man who is real, who knows who he is, and who is comfortable in his own skin. When you let go of your worries and stop trying to prove yourself, everything starts to get easier. We are a group of caring experts who believe in helping men find not just a partner, but also a life full of strength and meaning. Fixing these mistakes is not just about dating. It is about changing how you think so you can build the life you truly deserve to have. If this message felt right to you, take a moment to think about one thing you can do better starting today. Becoming a better man is a journey that never ends, and it starts with the very first step you take. You have everything you need inside of you already. Now go out there and show the world the man you truly are. It is time to be the confident and grounded person you were meant to be. This is your life, and you have the power to make it wonderful.